Hey, what's up, Cowboys fan? It's your boy back with some real talk about our offensive line. Yeah, that group that often gets overlooked but is absolutely key to our success this season. Now, before we jump in, quick favor. If you're loving the content and want to keep up with all the latest, hit that subscribe button. We're this close to 32,000 strong, and I want you with us. All right, let's get into it. You might have heard the name Duke Manny floating around. If not, no worries. I got you. Duke Manny isn't officially on the Cowboys coaching staff, but he's like our secret weapon when it comes to the offensive line fundamentals. Think of him as the offensive line guru, the guy who's been quietly helping our players sharpen their skills behind the scenes. Duke's no stranger to NFL fans, especially Eagles fans who probably recognize him as their in-house offensive line trainer. But here's the twist. He's been working closely with our Cowboys linemen, helping them keep their technique sharp and consistent. You might have even seen that pic floating around with Duke standing next to Connor Riley, one of our sub-coaches. That photo got a lot of people talking because it hints at something bigger, a new kind of collaboration to get our O-line on point. Why does this matter? Because continuity and consistent training is what has been missing. We've had different coaches, different styles, and it's been tough to build a line that's built different. Duke's presence means there's a steady voice, a constant eye, and a focus on fundamentals that will help guys like Terrence Steele, Tyler Gayton, and the others level up. What do you think? Does having a dedicated guru like Duke Manny change the game for our line? Drop your thoughts below, and let's chat. And stick around, because we're just getting started. All right, now that you know who Duke Manny is, let's talk about why continuity in the offensive line coaching is such a big deal for the Cowboys. Look, the Cowboys' offensive line has been one of the more unstable units in recent years. It's like every season we get a new coach, a different scheme, or new players trying to mesh, and that lack of consistency has a real cost. Missed blocks, less time for our QB, and fewer holes for our running backs. Think about it. When you're constantly switching coaches or training approaches, players have to relearn techniques, adjust to different expectations, and sometimes it messes with their confidence. That's not a recipe for building a dominant line. Instead, it leads to confusion and mistakes. Now, with Duke Manny involved, the hope is that the Cowboys can create a steady training foundation that doesn't change year to year. He brings that coaching consistency that is so crucial for building muscle memory and technique over time. Guys like Terrence Steele and Tyler Gayton benefit from that steady voice guiding their footwork, hand placement, and overall game. Continuity also helps younger players. When rookies come in, they need a clear roadmap to develop. Without that, it's easy to get lost, especially on a line where communication and cohesion are everything. With Duke there, these guys get that consistent blueprint. But let's be real. It's not just about one guy. The entire OL coaching staff has to be on the same page, and Duke's role hints at a bigger picture. The Cowboys want a culture of steady growth, not quick fixes. That's something we haven't seen enough of. So here's a quick poll for you. Do you think having a consistent offensive line coach or guru is more important than flashy new schemes? Vote now. Consistency or innovation? Drop your vote in the comments. And hang tight, because next up, we'll break down the key players who will be benefiting from this continuity. You'll want to know who's stepping up on the line this season. All right, now that we get why continuity in coaching is so important, let's zero in on the players who'll be in the spotlight on the Cowboys' offensive line this season. First up, Terrence Steele. This guy's got raw talent and size, but he's still young and developing. Having someone like Duke Manny in his corner to refine his technique and hold him accountable could be a game changer. It's one thing to have the physical tools, but coaching is what turns those tools into reliable play on the field. Then there's Tyler Gayton, another promising lineman who could really benefit from the steady hand of a consistent coaching approach. Tyler's got experience, but hasn't quite locked down a starting spot yet. This season could be his chance to push through, especially if the coaching staff can get him to fine-tune his footwork and timing. Let's not forget the veterans, too. When younger guys get consistent coaching, the veterans benefit because the whole line operates smoother. That's how you build a line that protects the QB and opens lanes for the run game. Speaking of which, the running backs are going to appreciate this, right? Because when the line clicks, it means better blocks and more time to make plays. This is a ripple effect that can elevate the entire offense. Here's something for you to think about. Which offensive lineman do you think will take the biggest leap this season? Terrence Steele, Tyler Gayton, or maybe a veteran surprise? Drop your thoughts below. I'm curious what you think. And if you're enjoying this breakdown so far, don't forget to smash that like button. It helps get the word out about the Cowboys' off-season moves. Up next, we'll dive into what Duke Manny's coaching style actually looks like and why it's getting high praise from insiders. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. All right, now let's talk about what really sets Duke Manny apart as a coach, his style, and how it impacts the players day in, day out. Duke Manny isn't just about calling plays or setting formations. From what insiders say, he's a coach who builds trust and demands accountability. He knows how to connect with young players while also earning the respect of veterans. That balance is tricky but crucial, especially for a line that's trying to gel. One thing you hear a lot is how Manny breaks down film with his guys, not just pointing out mistakes, but showing exactly how to fix them. Imagine being a young lineman like Terrence Steele, going over every snap with your coach and getting clear, actionable advice. That's the kind of coaching that speeds up development. And it's not just about technique. Manny's known for emphasizing the mental side of the game, being in the right position, anticipating defensive moves, and staying disciplined. Those details add up to fewer penalties and better protection for the quarterback. Speaking of the quarterback, a solid offensive line coached by Manny means more clean pockets and better chances for big plays. For a team like the Cowboys, that's huge. Now, here's something cool. Several players have mentioned how Manny's positivity and focus keep morale high, even when things get tough. That's a huge part of what keeps a team resilient through a long season. So, what do you think? Does this kind of coaching sound like what the Cowboys need to push their O-line to the next level? Drop a yes or no in the comments. And if you've seen Manny's work before, share what stood out to you. Next up, we'll look at some specific game film highlights that show Manny's coaching in action, with clips of linemen making key blocks and showing their progress. Duke Manny's role is a game changer. We've seen how the blend of young, talented players like Terrence Steele, combined with the veteran presence, creates a powerful unit. But what really stands out is the continuity in coaching. Duke Manny's technical expertise and hands-on approach are helping these guys refine their skills every single day. That kind of consistent development is exactly what this line needs to protect the quarterback and open running lanes. Manny's emphasis on fundamentals, film study, and mental toughness isn't just improving technique, it's building a mindset that will keep the Cowboys competitive week after week. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think is the biggest strength of this offensive line? And where do you see room for improvement? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Also, here's a quick poll. Which player on the line do you think will have the biggest breakout season? Vote by commenting the name or reacting with the emojis I'll pin up on the screen. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay up to date with all things Cowboys, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash the like. There's plenty more content coming your way, including game previews, player interviews, and insider updates. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I'm really pumped for this upcoming season, and I can't wait to see how this offensive line grows and dominates on the field. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and keep repping the Cowboys.